Choose the bundle plan. That's
But hello, 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 my lovely people. So yeah, like I have pinned to the stream. Obviously, for the VOD, you're not going to be seeing this, but I'm also actually going to state it. The music that you guys were hearing today actually came from a video that I was trying to find some copyright free music, and I couldn't find anything that was new, so I had decided to take the chance with a random video that did say that it was copyright free. I don't think they stated anything about like crediting or anything like that, but and I say this for the stream, you see that there is something pinned, and what I'm going to say is basically read almost that verbatim. But the music today came from a YouTuber called Bardify. I think it's what you would say their name. It looks like they have like a bunch of other videos as well where they do they make music for like D&D streams or just people who want to use their videos for D&D. And I kind of just was like, you know, I want to listen to this before I start the stream, and I did, and I actually absolutely loved it. So yeah, thank you to Bardify. If you may or may not be watching the VOD, I doubt you're watching the stream, but thank you so much. Music was really good. I'll probably be using this for the next stream. So yeah, part of besides that, today is going to be very interesting. I always say that everything's always interesting to me, but it is going to be very interesting just because we're getting into some really good shit. I would have to be honest. So far, I gave at least one of the players some information that's going to help them out a little bit. Past that, I will be doing that more often. Obviously, to any players that are listening to this, you'll receive some very interesting information about what is going to be helpful for you. Sorry, my voice likes to die a little bit. Uh, so yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say before I let the players know that I am going to be undeafening. Besides that, I think for the rest of November, not November, October and November, and I think December, hopefully by the we're probably going to be taking a break in December. I don't know when, but we're probably going to, just because of holidays and whatnot. But at some point in December, hopefully we will be making it into part 2 of this whole campaign. I don't think I've ever explained it, but all of this is kind of similar to like a play where you got parts and then you got acts. Currently, the players are in they're in part 1, act 3, and there's about 4 to 5 other acts after this. A lot of it is combat heavy. A lot of it is lore slightly heavy. There will be some lore, but a lot of this is going to be combat heavy. I think I have let them know of that. I am not too sure, but I think I have. Once we get into part 2, that is when things are going to be a lot more interesting. There's going to be a lot more shit. And so far, since I've gotten a little bit better at DMing, I think I have gotten pretty good at knowing exactly what I want to throw at the characters. I know exactly what they can handle. We're going to be learning a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to say, because obviously I'm going to be doing a recap with the players. I actually do need to look back at those notes, because I don't think there was a lot that happened besides what I do have written down. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to figure it out. So far it's okay, but obviously everything is going to be a lot more safer than usual, but that's besides the point. It don't matter. Uh, but yeah, because I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention before I really, really, really start stream. So yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything else. see. I don't think there's going to be any moments where I'm not going to be streaming. There is a possibility next year I might not stream a certain day, but that depends on what happens. But yeah. Looks like I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention. I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think there is anything else. So I'm just gonna let the players know that I'm gonna be undeafening. So yeah. Just let's see. Let's see. So just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there is. Okay. So yeah, let's go and see the players. Oh, look at them. Oh, look at them. They got their stuff. I love it. I love seeing the characters. My chew toys. I kid. I love them. It's the players.
Hello.
Okay. So, last session, as a little recap, you guys were talking to Luna, who makes machines, as she calls them, and she explained a little bit of information about how they work, how to bring them back to life, a couple other unique information as well. And then you guys went on your way to Eltron. You got to a point where you guys made camp, and you guys kind of got, if I remember correctly, I think you guys got 3 people from the city who, God knows what they were trying to do. Obviously it did not work because they got tied up. You find out one of them had a scroll of Dimension Door, where obviously with that spell you can only take one person through it, and there was 3 of them, so someone was going to get left behind. I think besides that, you guys got a lot of information from them. I think one of you told 2 of them that the group, that 2 of you can leave and never go back to Electron, but one of you has to stay. One of the characters...
We held on to June.
Yeah, you guys held on to June because from one of the characters, I think it was Vax, I believe, they had said that if you guys had kept them or Louis, it would have just meant that June would have just gone back to Eltron. Said they were going to leave, but they weren't going to. Because June's also, I think I had said it, they were a mage, a wizard.
Yep.
And you guys ended up keeping, like I said, you kept June. Louis and Vax left. So say. Obviously, you won't know until something happens where you may or may not see them. But you're taking their word that they're not going to go back to Eltron. And so far it was left where, like I said, you have June as captive, and I think, if I remember correctly, I think Auric, you and that purple tea thing were talking to each other for a moment. If I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it is daytime. So, yeah. As you guys are getting your guys' self situated, knowing that you are not too far from arriving at Eltron, at its gates, and knowing that that is going to be happening very soon. You guys get yourself all prepared. You put everything that you need away as quick as possible. I would say a couple of the people from the army are what is it? I think something that they do with like swords is they put oil on it to make it like nice and clean and whatnot. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Shining. Prepping.
yeah, and you see like a couple of them doing that to like their sword, short sword. Hell, even someone's just doing it to the pointy ends of their arrows just because they saw someone else doing it, so it must work. We also still see just a couple people just getting themselves like hyped up. You see a group of people just kind of like mingling, like, oh, this is gonna be good. We'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. You hear some of them speaking amongst each other, and morale is still really high even after like a lot of not like I would just say morale is very high. It has not dipped since being out here, and everybody just seems to be in such a really good mood, at least for the army. Whether you guys are in a good mood, who knows? You guys might be. I can't say for certain, but you can at least feel it amongst the army that they seem like they're in the good mood. So yeah, as you guys get yourself settled, you actually see somebody moving June along and putting her in one of the wagons, and you see that in there is a lot of the kind of like more well-trained ish swordsmen keeping an eye on her on the inside and also around the wagon itself. So she's kind of heavily guarded in that wagon, just so she doesn't try to escape if she gave it a shot. But besides that, if there's anything anybody wants to do just real quick, you can go for it. Or if not, I can just keep going.
Nope.
Okay. Then, sorry.
No
Okay.
worries.
Then, if that is the case, you guys start heading out the way to the front, because I would assume, Auric, you are probably leading them to that direction since you kind of know roughly where the entrance would be to the gates. You've definitely seen it from outside and have probably been around it a couple times where it's located, so you'd probably just be taking them directly to it, and in doing so, you guys are just making your way as steady as possible to the wall. And I'll say it is very easy. It's not too much of a hassle to get to the area. You don't really notice anything out of the blue, anything
Abnormal?
not abnormal, like out of the ordinary. That's weird. Out of the ordinary. I don't know why that was tripping me up.
No worries.
The most you can usually tell is just you hear some birds chirping, doing their songs. That's about it. You just hear birds chirping. Can I help you? But still, it's rather easy. And by the time the sun is pretty much high in the sky, you are very much able to see the gate from where you guys are located. You just looking at it, you are able to see there is a group. It's hard to tell from the distance you're at, but you can see that there is a group of people of where they're at, which makes it extremely helpful. Besides that, like I said, you do notice that there is some makeshift what are they called? Like post, like makeshift post. They don't look very stable, but it is holding up from what you can tell. Mm, I will say, if you're wanting to try and see if there's anybody else besides the small group of people close to the makeshift post, you can definitely do a perception roll if you would like to. If you don't want to, perfectly fine. What's this? Let me open this. Let's see, what is this? Oh, nice. Forgot that you were a bard.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, right about perception roll. Like I said, if you are wanting to try and see if there's anybody else, you can, but if you don't want to, that's fine. Wow.
You're asking if we want to do a perception check?
Yeah, if you want to try to see if there's anybody else, like maybe in the post or anywhere else close by.
Gladly. Let me roll that real quick. Good roll. 21.
Okay. Yeah, with that 21, you are able to see, in the post, you are able to see a couple of what looks like weapons in the post, and when you really are focusing on that part, you're able to see movement inside one of the posts, and then when you notice that, your eyes look over to the other post, you can see the similar activity. There are definitely people in those posts, and they have definitely weapons on them. But it's hard to tell at least how many, but you do know there are people.
We should be prepared for defensive fire from above.
No.
Okay. And giving the warning to everybody else, they also nod and take in what you've said, and you see a couple of them preparing themselves with their very kind of small shields that some of them have, and you'll even see some people who have like makeshift hand crossbows. Kind of again, there's set just in case they need to fire them. But still trekking along, you guys make your way to closer to the gate area, and you guys are getting much closer at this point until you hear someone call out to you. You hear someone go, "State your business now."
In our business. Who are you?
We are the guards. We are the wall guards. So what are you doing here?
She looks to Oric.
Oric looks back at the party as if questioning, okay, are we gonna try and do this like subtly or diplomatically, or are we just going fuck it, we ball?
Fuck it, we ball. I love that phrase.
It's so good.
Yes. But yeah, what is the party wanting to do?
Fuck it, we ball.
I think we can get away with balling.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
At least we'll get a sense of how much force they have and how much they can afford to throw out in response to a seemingly minor threat.
Okay.
Valuable info.
Yeah. So, knowing that it's probably just best to just give something. What are you gonna do?
We are here on behalf of the true authority of Elteron.
True authority for the city
The
of Elves.
original authority.
For the city of Elves. The once city of Elves. And you see the person who's talking to you is... Let me take a look. Let me take a look at who's on here. You see this very kind of buff air ganassi, kind of levitating above the ground a little bit as he is making like direct eye contact with you, Oric. And why?
It will be the city of Elves again, even if I have to drag each of you bodily out of there individually.
He's eyeing you and looks at the people around you, taking in each individual person. You're willing to sacrifice not just yourself, but all these people for the city of Elves that has now fallen. I laugh at it. Doing something so reckless. And once again, he kind of just keeps looking around at the other people. Until he stops on one in particular. The Azamar. I've seen that one before. And she's joined you. Interesting. I thought she liked to keep out of some combat as long as it meant that she could keep doing what her precious god wants her to do. And I'll say, whoever is closest to her, if you look over at her, you see her having her fist clenched. She's not holding her weapon, her mace, but she just has her fist clenched. You almost see her wanting to say something in return, but she kind of just holding back a little bit. And the guy notices. He goes, "Oh, you're not gonna say anything. Go let everybody else speak for you." And then he looks right back at you, Oric, goes, "You, the armor, you are guard. You escaped.
Nothing less.
You escaped from us. We knew some of you escaped. Didn't know that one would be so courageous to come back.
Were you so arrogant to think we wouldn't come back for what is rightfully ours?
I just wasn't expecting to come back with such a small little army. Where'd you even find them?"
Underestimate us at your immense peril.
Still, how'd you find them? Who gave you these people? And do they know that they're going to be sacrificed?
It might surprise you to know that the results of your little coup are not exactly popular among the rest of the world.
So they have found out about what happened, haven't they?
You couldn't keep it secret forever, not something like this.
I thought we tried our best to keep it a secret. We didn't destroy the major buildings. We knew that would have given it away. But I guess...
I will only ask you once more. Open these gates.
And what if I said no to your little request? Since you seem to be against us.
Then I would try again, and hope that the next guard who comes in is slightly more likely to care for their own well-being. And at this, Orc is visibly readying a spell.
Interesting. And he looks off to the side over at the other 3 people close by to him. And then right back at you. I don't care.
How many people can Oryx see in the tower?
Since you are a lot closer, you are able to see a bunch of eyes in both towers. If you... trying to think. Taking in how many are looking, you can see in each tower there's at least 4 people in both. All of them holding different variants of weapons in their hands. Some of them have hand crossbows, some light crossbows, others have swords of different lengths, and they all look prepared to fight.
All right. And you said there were 2 towers?
Yes, there are 2 towers.
Okay. Oric is going to cast Starfall.
Ooh,
Let me put the info of that in chat for you real quick.
thank you. I don't think I've heard that one. Starfall. That sounds
It
interesting.
is a homebrew thing.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Starfall. April sky begins to rain down. Ooh. Interesting.
So I actually probably should have asked in the first place. Oric is within 60 feet of people in the tower, right?
Oh yeah, everybody's so close together. I would say the army is probably a little bit further back to let you guys discuss this, but yeah, you are all like pretty close together.
Yeah. So in that case, each tower gets 1 of these falling stars, and whichever tower looks to have more people with bows gets 2.
Okay. Yeah, let me actually take a look at who I got. I'd probably say, as I take a look, let's see. That person is that. And then we got that person. That. And that. I would say the one that has probably a lot more, like, people with, like, bows of some sorts, probably would be, the one off to the right of you.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some deck saves.
Hell yeah.
1 for the left tower, 2 for the right.
You got that. Let's see. So you said 2 for right, 1 for left?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. First one was an 18 for the left.
Okay, that passes. So I take half.
Okay. Oh, shh. Where the fuck? Huh? Where did that dice go? It fucking disappeared on my PC. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, for the one, it was an 11. The other one was a nat 20.
Let me tally up that damage for you.
You got it.
Alright, so everyone in the left tower takes 11, or no, everyone in the left tower takes 10 radiant damage. Everyone in the right tower takes a total of 31.
Okay. Interesting.
As massive plumes of burning light flood the towers.
Nice. Let me find myself a pencil. Okay. So the first group was, you said 11?
First group on the left takes 10.
10. Okay. So... And then the other one was You said 31?
31.
Yeah, 31. Okay.
Er, Wait, okay, sorry, that would be 20. I just realized it says a creature can't be targeted by more than one falling star per turn.
Ah! Hmm. We could definitely make it say that you're trying to hit, like, one of them could be hitting just the tower itself, and then the second one could be actually trying to hit people, if you would like to.
Yeah, okay.
Make it interesting.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So you do that, and with the notion that these towers probably don't look sturdy, definitely becomes true when both towers just plummet. And all that damage that both sides take, you notice that from the right side, a couple of people definitely aren't moving. Let me actually... I'm going to put an X between those people. And then the other side, since they only took about 10, the other tower, the left one, some of the people definitely do look hurt coming out of it. Like maybe one person, they definitely have a lot more damage to them than anything, but they're still slightly standing a little bit for most of them. Before the group in front of you, they look at that kind of mess, and they're definitely taking a couple steps back away from you, seeing the damage that you just did. And you notice some of the people from both the towers and who you were talking to, some of them look definitely scared as shit from what you just did. But a couple of them also look absolutely pissed at you, especially the Aragonesi who you were talking to. And you even hear from the one side, you hear a guy scream out, stating, "You did not just have to do that. You could have just turned back. Oh, this will be fun." And I will say with that, initiative for me, please.
Certainly.
In this case, I actually have to find somebody real quick.
That is a 17.
Awesome. Okay. You said 17 for yours. Right, Leanne?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I'm also going to roll for somebody as well. Oh, well, shit, this person. And then let me get 2 groups real quick. Well, 3, actually. Okay. And yes, I know I'm putting these in here. I don't care. It makes it easy for me.
Yeah.
Let's see what they got. Oh, so unlucky. Holy shit, I can't even read this die. Fucking Ashley moment, I can't read the die.
You got this.
I was able to read it after having to put it up to the freaking thing. Okay, so we have a 21 group A, and then we have 17 Octavia. Then who's after that? 12 Ellen. Group B. Auric. And then 6. Quincy. 3. Group C. Okay. So obviously the first one to go is Group A. Let's see. They're just going to try to hit you, Auric, since you attacked them. So that would just mean. Okay. Does a. Fuck, I can't remember. 17 hit ya?
Exactly.
Okay. What's this die? That is shit. I think. Okay, that is that die. Then okay, I don't think that one's gonna hit you, so you only get hit once. The one who is hitting you is the one that screamed out at you. And
Fitting.
he does 4 damage to you.
That's all.
Yep, that's all that he's able to do. Because the one did not hit. I've learned something from my other DM. It's easy to do groups. So, yeah.
Which is useful when you have a necromancer in the party
That is true.
Yes, it is.
who has 8 fucking skeletons.
That is true. So, after that, it is Octavia. You get to go.
Yippee! So, a little bit of hand holding. What do you think I should do?
Well, let's see. Looking at what you got here.
Okay, so is everyone all bunched up, relatively speaking?
Yeah, group A, B, and C are pretty
Oh,
much grouped up. They're just
Okay.
in their own respective area. Group C is more in front of you guys. Group
Yeah.
A is off to the left, and Group B is off to the right.
Do you perhaps have the spell Hypnotic Pattern?
I do.
He does.
Oh boy.
Then I suggest shooting that at Group A to basically just disable them for a time and take them out of the fight.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Do I
Just turn off Group A.
Is it a D8 or how do I?
It is a spell save, a wisdom save specifically,
Okay.
Okay.
which would be 14 by the looks of it.
Okay.
Okay, so you said you were doing which group again? Let me close that door.
Let me look at the range on hypnotic pattern again.
Okay.
So that is a 30-foot cube.
Oh. And is that one where only select people?
Everyone within that cube has to make the saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Well, you guys are pretty close together.
Yeah.
So I think that.
I mean, the 30-foot cube only has to be within 120 feet, so she could potentially position the cube to barely catch the enemies and not have us inside of it.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do that, Leanne, that can definitely work.
Okay.
Okay. And you said which group is getting that one?
I believe it's B.
B? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they just have to do a dex.
All of them make a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay. Okay. I'll just do it in 2 parts. So. Oh boy, that was gonna fall. Well, the 2 people that were still left, definitely failed that.
The DC is 14.
Yeah. So yeah, they both failed that one. The two people that were
Alright.
left. Yeah.
They are now charmed for up to 1 minute, as long as Octavia concentrates on it.
Oh, they're charmed.
While charmed, they cannot act and have a speed of 0. This spell ends if they take any damage, or if someone uses an action to shake them out of it.
You said charmed, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And elves can't be
So if
charmed.
any-
Octavia, the character, well, they can cast counter charm, but it doesn't always work.
Well, bards
They can
have had,
be charmed.
for elves and many other fey creatures, they have fey ancestry, meaning they have an advantage on saves not to be charmed.
Oh, okay. So let me
They could
re-roll
roll
that.
again and take the higher
Yeah.
result.
Let me re-roll that one for the one. You said it was a 14?
Correct.
Well, they
So
barely
14 or higher.
Yeah, they barely made it. They got a 15. So one
Phew.
of them is not charmed, the other one is.
Yep. So we just gotta make sure not to hit that one out of it.
Okay, so let me actually give you the name real quick. But oh boy, if I can type the. There we go. That way you can tell who is like who you don't want to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And then do you have like anything else that you're able to do?
So Octavia, the character, right?
Mhm.
She is exceptionally hesitant to use anything related to her charm abilities because she views it as a moral thing.
Yeah.
However, this is an exception in which she will do so.
Yeah.
And so when she charms them, basically what she does is it's like being put into a daydream.
Okay.
They're just very pleasantly sleeping on the ground. And as she focuses, she's just focusing on calming them and trying to comfort them.
Okay. So yeah, then that would just mean like Frost probably thinks that she's just out because of what happened to her. Probably just maybe too disoriented to realize she just got charmed. Well, Sky does know. So, okay. Then, if there, like I said, there's any bonus actions you want to do or able to do?
Looking at the sheet, I
Um,
don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check.
Oh wait, no, Bardic Inspiration. If she
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to.
you do have that too.
Yes, could I please give it up to the next player?
Okay, so that means the next person would be Elwyn. Would
That
get
would be Elwyn. Nice.
okay. Then, like I said, Octavia gives you the Bard of Inspiration.
Inspiration. Yep.
And next is Elwyn. What would you like to do?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I am unmuted.
Yep.
Right. I. Ah!
Oh, you okay?
Very careful.
Touched the side of hot chocolate that has just been wonderfully hand delivered to me.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Right. Sheet spellbook. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Hmm. Has anyone been hurt?
Horik has taken 4 damage.
Yeah, you taken.
Okay.
Yeah, he's taken 4 damage, and besides that,
Right. I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom as a 2nd level spell
ooh,
on Group B.
okay. What does that do?
Wither and Bloom is effectively a spell that does a Constitution saving throw and 2d6 necrotic damage to a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
sphere, and then, in addition, one creature of your choice. Oh, it has to be in that area. Can spend and
Yeah.
roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of. Oh well. I'll still do that. It's still my best AoE spell somehow.
Okay.
Will you target it not to
Other
hit
than
Frost,
Dragon Breath.
given that
Not
Frost
to
is
hit what?
currently... Frost, the tiefling currently under hypnotic padding?
Oh wait, but is that not? That's the Group A, right?
No, Group B is Sky and Frost. They were the only two people left from their tower.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, so Group A. So Group. Oh, those were the initiative orders.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought those were sizes.
No.
Would have been a little crazy if those were the sizes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Right.
I don't want to do that just yet.
Whichever group is biggest and is not currently under hypnotic pattern.
The biggest would probably be Group C since they still have pretty much all their group unharmed at the moment.
Right. Constitution checks Constitution saves from that group in exchange for 2d6 necrotic. Hold on. Yeah, 2d6 necrotic and.
Okay. Let me take a look. Make sure none of them are good. Good. Not a single one of them. Good. Okay. So first one, they got a 15. Second group got a dirty 20.
Okie dokie. 15, you say?
Yep, 15 on the first one, and then dirty 20 on the second one.
What's my spell save DC? It is... 15. They just about made it.
Yeah.
Damn. So they all take half damage.
Yeah, they all take half damage. Hold on.
It's all good. Damage is damage, as many DMs love to say. Especially mine.
Yeah.
My IRL.
Right. That is 4. So a grand total of 2 fucking damage to all of the people in that group.
Okay. Let's see.
And then as a bonus action, I command my 8 skeletons to launch a volley at them.
Okay.
Does that include Bonular Jones?
No, it doesn't, because Bonular Jones can't attack without me giving up my attack.
Got it. However, using the Wand of Fireballs I gave him is not an attack.
It is. It's a magic action.
Oh.
Oh, that still counts? Okay, cool. Never mind then.
That still counts.
Okay. So what are they doing?
They are just launching a volley into that group. That is like 8 attacks with each with that's 8 attacks, each with hold on, let me get each with +4.
Okay.
If it would help, I could batch roll those for you.
Nice. Could do, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, there's that. One of them crit.
Oh. Oh boy.
What's the AC here?
All around, depending on who you hit, it's just a 14.
Okay.
So which group are you wanting to hit?
Same group I launched the spell at.
Okay, so at group C.
And what's the damage roll here?
Damage roll here is a d6 + 5.
That is a total of 40 damage.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Summarized from all the attacks, because 5 attacks hit, 1 of them crit.
Okay.
So that was 66 plus 25.
This is not okay.
Necromancer Gaming.
Necromancer Gaming.
Okay.
I don't think Dungeons and Dragons was intended to have like a party of, technically speaking, like 12.
Action economy is the only number that matters.
Yes.
Hit them enough times, they will die.
Yeah, basically. Okay.
All right.
Is there anything?
So that's your action and bonus action. You got anything else?
No,
Okay. And then
that's me.
then that would be Group B, who is next, which just means one of them gets to hit, because the other one is still down, and Sky is not willing to actually fuck with the teeth. Like she has a mission. She's on it, and she is going to go for you, Elwyn. So let me roll that.
Oh no!
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no, oh, that's too bad.
I'm so sorry.
What, is it a crit?
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo! I'm so broken up. What's the damage?
Okay.
What?
So
I was going to say, what if hypothetically silvery barbs?
I hate you.
Nah, I'm alright. I'm
No,
alright. I'm
you want
alright.
to take it on the chin? I will respect your decision.
I can take it on the chin.
Yeah, she doesn't have
Cheers.
anything overly good. I will tell you that. Because you just see her having a short sword in hand. So, hold on. Crit would be the... I can never remember how that shit goes. So...
You just roll twice as many dice. So that would be like 1d6 plus
That's what
something.
do double
instead-
damage. It's
double damage?
there's a lot of different ways to do crits.
Yeah, I just know...
Double
could
damage
just
is
be
a
double
simple
damage,
way,
Yeah, so double damage if it was a D6.
and it's just stronger as well.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
I like the double
More
damage crits. I also
Yeah.
like max damage, but that's its own thing.
I like doing double because I'm used to that. So if it was a D6,
Hmm.
that'd be 12 at the max.
I like max damage mostly just because I'm a 4E that.
Yeah. So,
Like, that's how it wasn't back in my day.
yeah. Like I said,
Back in my day.
like I said, my IRL DM does it where it's double damage or you can hit a major artery.
Yeah.
But I like doing double.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. So if a short sword is 1d6, so that'd just be 12, right? If I remember that correctly? Or am I wrong?
Huh?
What was your question again?
So, since it's a crit and we're doing the double damage, that would be, since it's a D6 for a short sword, that would be 12 at max, right? And then,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, the damage bonus would also be added. What's the bonus to the short sword damage?
I just gave him like a +2 just to make it easy.
Okay.
Okay, so,
So it's
it's
like
it's 16 max.
16 max.
Yeah.
Okay. And then usually we just okay. Well, that doesn't add much, so that's just gonna be 17 damage for you. It was not a lot.
Damn.
So
That's a decent chunk.
yeah, it's a decent chunk. I don't know how much your HPs are, but that's a good number though, especially for a short
Okay,
sword.
wait. What was the total damage?
17.
Okie dokie. I am down 2. So that's 27.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, I forgot you're a wizard or squishy.
Yeah.
I always forget wizards are squishy. They're little squishy beans. That's why I don't play them. Because I don't like being squishy.
I find it fun.
True, because then that puts like real
Pick me up,
pressure.
scrape me up off the ground with a spatula.
Hell yeah.
Gale style. Okay. And then when it comes to
You know who else has a D6 hit die?
my mom.
Well, yeah, but rogues. Except rogues get like a billion survival things, like
True.
Wait, what? Rogues?
evasion.
Rogues get D8.
evasion. And do they? I
Yeah, they do.
swear they got D6.
It is just wizards and sorcerers that have D6. Everyone else is D8
Huh,
at least.
that's weird.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought it was D6. Never mind.
I'm used to druid and a monk, and now a blood hunter. So okay, and then for the tiefling, she can only be awake if she gets hit and/or is woken up. Right? Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So
Either if she takes damage, or if someone uses their action to shake her awake, or if Octavia loses concentration.
okay, then if that is the case, I don't think there's anything else that my little buddy can do. So next is you, Orc. You get to do something.
Alright. So first of all, at the start of Oric's turn, another one of those stars falls down.
Oh.
Sky was that air ganassi from earlier, right?
Yeah.
Fuck this person in particular. Roll me a dex save.
I love it. So he is part of that group. Dex save. So just him in particular.
Just him in particular.
Okay. Well, he got a 13, and I'm assuming no.
That does not succeed. Take 19 radiant damage.
Okay. So.
Oh.
So 13. What was that number again?
19 radiant damage.
19. It's for him in particular.
Yep.
Since it's mostly just hitting him and not anybody else, I would say. The star hits him, and you just see him just collapse onto the ground. And at least from the distance, you can't tell if he's like down, or what the fuck just happened to him. But so far, he's there. He's just there.
All that, good enough for now.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, it was Group C that got skeleton blasted, right? Or was that Group A?
That was, I think, Group C, because they're a little bit further away. Because that's where the air ganassi was.
Right. And there were how many people in Group C?
Group C had their full group, but the air ganassi is currently just laying on the floor. Or
Right.
the dirt.
I'm specifically asking for number of people, though.
There are 3 people just standing there. They look scared as shit. I will give you that.
Excellent. I will cast Magic Missile at first level and use one of my subclass features to cause it to be radiant damage.
Oh.
And given that I add my charisma modifier to radiant rolls, Evelyn should be getting PTSD right about now. Let me roll that up for you.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait, no. What spell? No.
Magic Missile.
I'm trying to remember. Goblins are they're just medium. So, okay. Because, yeah, one of them is a goblin.
What level magic missile?
Just first, for now. And I'm actually
Just
spreading it
first
out,
for
so this
now.
is
So one
this
for
is
each
not
one?
as ridiculous as it often is. Yeah, just one dart of 7 radiant damage for each person.
Okay. Then... Because with Magic Missile, it always hits, right? It just hits.
Yes.
Correct.
Gotcha.
It just hits, it does damage.
And it's force.
It just gets you.
Gotcha. You...
Radiant in this case, but yes.
Okay. Then, as you are hitting the 3 people just standing there scared, absolutely fucking shitless, you just see their bodies just kind of also getting pushed back a little bit from that radiant damage that they got hit with. And they're still standing, but you notice the one that is the goblin is kind of more on the ground, like one knee on the ground. No, wait. What is it? I can't remember if it's one knee on the ground or what, but they're a little unstable. So that is that. So I will just take them down to that. But yeah, they do absolutely look hurt as shit right now.
With this, Oric will yell, "Any of you who drop your weapons and surrender will not be harmed further."
You say that, and you hear the first clank of a short sword, and you notice it comes directly from the goblin, who is kind of not looking too good. Past that, you don't hear any other noises of anybody dropping their stuff.
Good choice. Off you go.
And you actually see him just kind of slowly kind of getting up, and he just goes directly right next to the wall of the wall, literally just the wall.
Yeah, it's the wall of the city. Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of just slumps onto the wall itself.
And then lastly, for my bonus action, who looks like the strongest person currently still standing?
The strongest, currently still standing. You survey.
Angela.
You survey the area, and you look over to the left, and you see the one who I think he took a pot shot at you for it, and you realize that it looks like he's okay. He's still holding his longsword, and he is just staring directly at you guys. Sword in hand.
Excellent.
Just, he's ready to fight.
A volunteer for Quickened True Strike. Let me roll that up for you.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh shit.
That's a completely unnecessary crit. You poor, poor person.
Poor
Can I
Luke.
have this person's pronouns before they're evaporated?
His
That's
na-
going in the vocabulary.
his name is Luke, and you can tell that he is a human. It's a guy. He's a guy.
All right.
He's buff.
He's a guy.
He's a dude.
Evaporate him harder, actually.
Well, he whose name was Luke takes 32 radiant damage.
Damn.
Man, he's
Just-
gone.
Just damn. Yeah. You do that to poor Luke, and he just completely drops. You hear the sound of his sword just hitting the ground, and his body just lays there. Everybody's mostly just silent at that point after seeing
Oof.
Luke go down. Let me do that and that. And where's the goblin? Okay.
With that, I end my turn.
Okay, next is Quincy. Quincy is going to do something. What can she do? She is going to go right up to Sky, and she is actually going to try and hit her. She does not hit her. She gives it a shot. She tries with all her might to try and hit Sky, but Sky, kind of noticing, because she kind of bars right through, kind of notices that someone's going to attack her and just kind of gets a little bit out of the way before getting hit by the mace. And currently, you see just Quincy eye to eye with Sky. And I think, can this girl do anything else? Bonus action. Yeah, she's just gonna stare directly at Sky, and that will end her turn. So next is Group C. I will say Group C. Let's see. Where's my note? My people. You see the two people from Group C raising their crossbows very shakily, and they're going to try and take a shot at you, Auric. With this one, since they are frightened. Okay. Okay. They definitely do not hit you. They try. It whizzes past you. Doesn't even hit anybody else, but it just whizzes past you with their arrows. But they gave it a shot. And with that, it goes up to Group A. After seeing Luke just be down, instantly just on the floor, they are going to try to hit you again, Auric. So, well, actually, two of them are going to try and hit you, Auric. One of them is actually going to try and take a look at Octavia. Ooh. Okay. Does a 14 hit you, Orc?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that one definitely does not hit you, Octavia. So they gave it a shot. Definitely did not hit.
Okay.
And so it goes right back to you, Octavia.
Wonderful. Mm.
You still have
Who has... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say you still have, I think, concentration on the
Knock pattern, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So would I just do I have to cast it again?
No,
So that way it doesn't drop.
no, it's just
Nope.
a continuous
You
until you
passively
get out of it.
maintain it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you will lose concentration only if you are hit and fail the corresponding saving throw, or if you choose to cast a different spell that requires concentration.
Yes.
Or you can drop it on purpose.
Yeah. So if you
Okay.
have like a spell that doesn't
So-
require concentration, you should be okay.
I can cast another spell without losing that one.
Yeah, as long as it's not a
Correct.
concentration.
Okay. Can I do bless and heal the party?
Two things. First of all, Bless is a concentration spell, but it also
Okay.
does not heal.
Yeah, it just makes it so when you
Okay.
do an attack, you get, I think,
A D4 added to your roll.
yeah.
Yes, it is an extremely good spell, but it is also concentration and not healing.
Yeah.
Looking
and
at
it
your
is
sheet-
generally a spell to cast at like the beginning of a combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or even before a combat if you're in a situation where you can do that.
Yeah.
Looking at your character sheet, it does not look like you have any healing spells at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
In general, you also do not have as many spells known as you could at this point. I would be more than happy to sit down with you after session and help you pick those out,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So,
if you want.
Yeah, I'd like that.
so I think, because I'm also taking a look. Is that a concentration? That's also a concentration. Yeah, the most you could probably do is, I think you should be able to maybe hit somebody, but it's up to you if you just want to keep doing your concentration.
I mean, as far as an action as far as your action goes, I would recommend either Vicious Mockery or just trying to hit someone with your rapier if you would like.
I think that, yeah, I'll hit someone with the rapier.
Okay.
Okay, so who are you wanting to hit?
Who has the, least damage on them?
I will say the ones that have still. I will say the one group that still has the most health is Group B. Which is who I think you are currently looking at. Who the only person left is the elf, which I think Quincy is looking at her. So, oh wait. This would be so cool if you were a rogue where you can get a sneak attack on them, but you can always try and hit Sky if you would like to.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. Give it a shot.
That is a 7.
You almost got there. You try, but you're just like I would say you're probably so focused on like making sure that the tiefling stays down that trying to hit a Sky, she just you almost had her.
Okay.
You gave it a shot. But is there anything else you would like to do? Any? Again,
I would like to give Bardic inspiration to Starch for their turn when it happens.
okay.
Oric, alrighty. Thank you.
Okay. So I think Elwyn still has their inspiration. So then it's Elwyn who has inspiration and Orc who has inspiration.
Yep, both of us have a D8 of inspiration. Don't forget to keep track of your uses of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with that, it's Elwyn's turn. What would you like to do?
Who's left?
So who you have left is you have the elf from Group B. You have 3 people from Group A still standing. And from Group C, you have 2 people who are very scared at the moment. They tried to hit and failed fucking miserably.
Okay, so the elf. Does the elf look like any kind? Does anyone look any kind of stronger than anyone else?
I would say, if I take a look, the next probably strong-looking person who is probably currently not busy, is from Group A. You notice him kind of in the middle between the, from Group A, I will describe who you see. So in Group A, you have 3 people kind of like next to each other, almost in a line-ish, but like one's a little bit closer up front and the other one's in the back. The person in the middle you see is a half-orc who's very tall. The person in front of him is a regular human, and the person slightly behind him, but in a line, is what looks like a tiefling. But you do notice that the half-orc looks very strong as well.
Okay. Right. So strong-looking ones are like the elf from Group 1 and the half-orc.
Yeah, the half-orc from Group A and the elf from Group B.
Okay, right. I'm going to cast screw it. I'm gonna cast Blight
Ooh.
on the elf.
Oh. Let me look that up. Blight, I think.
Make me a con save.
Con save. We like that. Okay. They got a 17.
Fuck. Okay, that's halved.
Okay.
Right. Roll 8d8. That would have been 42. That's a huge roll.
Oh,
That would have been
jeez.
awesome. So it's down to just 21.
Okay. So you hit the elf who was like staring like head to head with Quincy, and you do that immediately, and you just see her kind of just fall onto the ground in front of Quincy, who just noticing
Desiccated.
yeah, which
Gone.
yeah, which you notice that happen, and you see Quincy just looking down and looking back at you like, damn, I was just about to hit her. Nice job
Instant mummy.
though. Yeah, she's just mummified. So yeah.
And now, once again, all of my guards shall fire upon Group A.
Very nice.
Especially so with that half-orc in it. Right. Starch, you said you did the bulk
Yes.
rolls, right?
I can do both
another
rolls,
8.
yes.
That's another 8.
So
plus
another 8
4.
shots, same bonus
Yeah, same bonuses.
on it. Same target AC?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, is it? Oh, you.
Are we going for 14 AC here? Or what are we hitting?
Yeah, it's still the 14 AC. I see one of them was a crit.
Correct.
Jeez. Only one didn't
Rolling
do
up
it.
that bulk damage.
Those are really good fucking numbers. What the hell?
Okay, wait. What happened?
So we're doing the... We got the numbers for who hit. Only one looks like did
Yeah.
not. Everybody else did.
Oh my god. Oh no. That's 7 lots of a d6 plus 5. Oh, good lord. Why
Yep,
is
and one of them
this...
is a crit.
Yeah,
So
what
this is in effect 6
What is
plus
this?
40. These are like disintegrate numbers. That's 75 piercing damage total.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will definitely say.
That's disgusting.
That's just
Yeah, they're...
I
they're...
have Crusader's
disgusting.
Mantle, by the way.
Wait, hold up. Half-orcs have ability,
That's
right?
not okay. Yes. Unfortunately,
One, I think, is still
it
standing.
procs on a singular attack, and this is a multi-hit move.
Yes. When you reduce your... but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead. So one is still standing, I think.
Except
Oh.
it wasn't like 1 lot of 75 damage, it was...
Yeah, this is a million tiny attacks. So unless it was only the very
Death
last
by
arrow,
1,000
that took him
cuts.
Okay.
But yeah, up to you.
I mean, I can see it's the Relentless Endurance when you're reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright. You can drop to 1 hit point instead. Can't use this feature again. That's perfect. So, I mean, it would be hitting all 3 of them since they're pretty close together. So...
To be clear, I think it should be clarified, they are not all taking 75 damage. This would be divided in some way among
Yes.
the 3 of them if it's hitting multiple.
Also,
Okay.
I just want to point out that, like, this clip from Spiderweb Castle, like, adaptation of Macbeth, by the way.
Yeah.
This clip, not only is it practical effects, these are actual arrows being shot at this actor.
Oh boy.
This is real fear.
I would not blame him for actually being scared.
Like, there was a controlled environment, but those are actual arrows.
And one of those could have definitely hit if someone
Yeah.
accidentally, like, moved a little bit.
Shock.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, since it's just, like, an overall total, I will say the half-orc is probably still standing, but he is, like, on... Like, he's hands and knees on the ground, just, like... He has, like, a boatload of arrows just kind of sticking out of him, while the other 2, who are also close by, are definitely down. Whoop! Oh, I dropped my pencil. Oh, no! Where did it go? Oh, shit. I got another one. Another one. If I can never mind. I'm just gonna... Monkey brain. Let's just... Why do I have a boatload of pencils down here? How many times have I dropped a pencil? Okay. If I can reach. Okay, I think this is the one I used. Okay. So... Yeah, you have, like I said, 2 of them are definitely dead, and the one is still, quote-unquote, standing. Not so much, but, you know, he's still there. But he is also very much looking rough. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
There's nothing else I can do, really.
Okay. I like to double check. Okay, so after your turn, Group B can't do anything because the one is still asleep. And she's having a fun time whatever she's seen in her little daydream area. So she can't do anything. So now it's back to Orc.
Okay, in that case, another star falls.
On who?
I don't know who's up and looking the least beaten up.
So you have, obviously, the half-orc. He is definitely very damaged. You have the tiefling, who is just asleep at the moment. And you have two people in front of you. You have what looks like, what's their name? You have a regular human, and you have what, it's hard to tell, but I will say, Elwyn, when you also are maybe looking around to see who else was around, you notice that the person who was with the human in front of you is now different. And I would say you realize that's a changeling that's with that group in front of you.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But like I said, they look extremely terrified. So that is who is in front of you. You have a human and a changeling in front. And like I said, they're scared.
Okay. Are they specifically within 5 feet?
I would say they're more in probably probably in 10 feet of range, probably. They're a little bit
Okay,
away.
cool. First of all, dropping a star on that orc, give me a dex save.
Okay.
Or half orc.
Yep. Oh yeah, he failed that.
Yeah, 17 radiant then.
He's dead. That star just hits him. Who was once maybe getting back up is now just flat on the ground, surrounded by the
Rip
rubble.
Boza.
Yeah, rip Ace. Ace is dead. Fucking in particular. So all of Group A is dead.
Yep. And then the two people in front of me each get a true strike, one of which is quickened.
Okay. So
18 and a 14.
18 and a 14. Yeah, they both hit.
Both hit?
Yeah.
Alright. First one takes 20 radiant damage, second takes 18.
They're both dead. That strike just, as soon as it hits them, they're blown back a little bit, and they are just now dead on the ground. And I will say, you hear from the wall, you just hear a cry from the goblin who was spared, as he just looks at the people that he kind of maybe was growing fond of, maybe, who knows, but you just hear him cry out from the side of the wall.
The offer of surrender still stands.
The only person who still around is that tiefling who's still out cold.
Oh, everyone else is gone?
Yeah, everybody else is now gone besides, like I said, the goblin and Frost.
Okay, should we call that the end of combat then?
Yeah, that is definitely the end of
Okay.
combat.
But in that case, Orc is going to walk up, shake Frost awake, and just gesture broadly to the bodies of his peers.
Frost
And advise that he surrender.
Frost takes in the sight after having everything crumble around him, and then looking and seeing everybody he was like has gotten to know and now gone. And he looks up at you and just sighs. He just goes, I guess this is what happens. Great. Oh, man. Guess there's nothing I can do. It's not worth it. And he Frost looks over at the goblin who is just on the wall, bawling his eyes out. And he motions for him to come over. And you see the goblin very shakily coming over, looking absolutely scared of you, Orc. As he just... He's kind of like hunching in on himself as he looks up at you and over at Frost, and then also looks over at the gate area of the opening, and then back at you, Orc.
I did warn you, all of you. Go live in peace somewhere else. Don't come near my city again.
The goblin goes to try to say something, but then looks over at Frost, who kind of just shakes his head like, don't even try to say anything. And looks back at you and just nods as he scurries off. But Frost is still there. He's still just kind of sitting there.
Frost isn't holding a weapon or anything, right?
No, his weapon was dropped after he kind of went to sleep.
Alright.
He does not seem preoccupied
Elwyn,
with
if
it.
you wouldn't mind having your goblins, having your henchmen gather up the weapons here.
Your goblin.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Much appreciated.
What weapons are there, by the way?
You see, I will say,
I wonder if I could kit my skellies out with it.
I'll say, you see about 2 of each for each group. You see 2 long swords, 2 hand crossbows, 2 long bows for some reason. Seems like they didn't use them.
Oh, longbows.
And you see 2 short.
That's a damage upgrade.
You see 2 sets of short swords. As you remember that Sky was holding 2 of them in each hand. And from group C, you also see 2 light hand crossbows and two more short swords as well. And Frost kind of just sits there, kind of just letting all of it happen. Because like I said, he knows that if he tries, it's not gonna go well. But he almost wants to say something when your guards are picking up the weapons, but stops himself just as he's about to. So yeah, now you have 2 of each. You have, let's see. And then I think, yeah, that's about it. So there's that for you. That way you can keep track. And then, yeah, you guys are now kind of just at the gate of Eltron. With, obviously, like I said, Frost, who's just kind of sitting there. And he is still looking at you guys, but also looking back inside the city. Very much dissociating the fuck out of it, out of everything. But
Well, we certainly aren't going to be able to improve his mood, and he's no longer a threat to us, so... Should we just carry on? Do any of us need a moment to collect ourselves?
Okay, remind me, what did happen to the changeling?
Changeling is dead.
Died of lasers.
Yeah.
I am going to inspect the changeling.
Okay. You go up to inspect the changeling, and you look around at what was all surrounding the once a live changeling. You notice that in one of their pockets, it looks like they have different drawings of people, and you could probably assume that those were drawings of figures that he would just shapeshift into. Which, oddly enough, they're very well detailed. Like, these are really nice, detailed drawings, oddly enough. Even as you're, like, skimming through some of them, it's like you got one that looks like an elf, like a lady elf. You have one that looks like a big, like, burly man. A couple of them just look like regular sketches of, like, what you could assume to be children. And then you have, like, a handful of, like, different races of people. Like, you got, like, a fire ganassi, air ganassi, earth ganassi, water ganassi, and then there's, like I said, he has, like, a boatload of these that he was keeping in his pocket. So who knows who he was at that point of being on guard. He could have been any one of them. Past that, you find the changeling had a small note in his pocket, and if you go to read it, it looks very fancy. It's really well written, and you see it is clear instructions on how to guard the area, and at the very bottom it has the letter K written on it, just the letter K, with a very, like, a wax stamp that, give me a history check on that one real quick.
You motherfucker.
Don't forget you still have inspiration, I think.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 7.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you look at the stamp that was
I know exactly what this is.
you look at the stamp, and after, like, you've been told, like, from your time of learning to be the face of the figure of the elven family you're supposed to represent, you have been shown different stamps that almost every place would have used. Eltron had numerous of different stamps they would have used for people. Atheabus did. Even, like, Shindari, one that you guys very rarely got a lot of mail from, they also had different stamps for different occasions that were supposed to say a meaning behind it. When you look at this stamp, it's not one that represents Eltron. It's not a stamp that you were shown that represented them. But instead, this stamp looks like it came from Shindari itself. It is a stamp that mixes two different meanings. It has a sword as one side, and what looks like a plant on the other. With that meaning, the sword means battle, the plant means recovery. Your only assumption is that this was a stamp to represent the new person, and that it was their own custom one given by Shindari itself, as they had these specific designs. And you can only guess that this meant to fight, but also to protect at the same time for their mission. Do you relay that to anybody else, or do you keep that to yourself?
Instead, first I'm going to try and cast Speak with Dead.
Okay, let me type this real quick.
I'm going to set up a few candles around the body.
Okay.
Have my guards light them up.
Okay. So as you use you said raise the dead, or
Speak with Dead.
speak with dead. You can
No, speak to me.
You cast the spell, and the body, kind of like how you done it last time, it receives and is now willing to talk to you.
Who are you?
Let me find his name real quick. He takes in a breath and says, Te Cray.
Why are you here?
To serve Catherine.
Would I know who this is?
Are you asking me, the DM?
Yes.
Yeah, you've heard the name. That is, I think. Am I saying her name right? That is the person who took over Eltron. Let me make sure I'm actually saying her name right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know of any other changeling operatives in the area?
There is a lot in the city. Underground.
Looking increasingly nervous now. What word from Raven Crest?
What was that question one more time? I'm sorry.
What word from Raven Crest? Obviously, might not actually know anything. If not, that is a positive answer.
Raven Crest. And he pauses for a second before his face shifts from that of disgust and goes, I freed myself from them. I come here for freedom.
I thought the very same thing. Last question. Where would you like to be buried?
Next to the wall.
Of course. Thank you. You have been helpful.
And with that, his body just falls back onto the ground very softly.
5 questions is ridiculous. Why can you not have more?
Quincy comes up to you.
Note how she's complaining about not having enough questions, but also burnt one of them on, like, asking for, like, their last rites.
Right. And also another one on their name, which wasn't technically necessary.
It's just a question, just to make sure. No,
She
well,
didn't want to
no,
be
I mean-
rude to the spirit.
Of course, you have to select the person who just got
Eviscerated.
fucking deathly in the test.
Yeah.
They picked their side.
Indeed, they did.
It's a question I always ask. It's like, what's your name? So yeah, we got a little bit of some information from the body. You also learned something about the stamp.
I'm afraid I don't know the significance of your learnings here, but are you prepared to carry on?
One moment.
Of course.
And Elwyn will change into the exact same uniform as all of the guards, becoming effectively functionally indistinct from them.
From the guards that were guarding the wall, the entrance?
From the guards that were... No, from her own skeletons.
Okay.
Like, the
Nice.
full face covering, no skin showing kind of look.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So yeah. Is there anything you guys would like to do since everything has happened?
I'm not safe. But I'm no safer here than I am anywhere else. Let us continue. The vigilant eye.
Okay. Is there anything else, Auric, Octavia, that you would like to do?
If we move further in, we run the risk of being caught in a pincer attack. Please take a bit of added protection. And Orc will use his Holy Shield feat to put a barrier on both Elwyn and Octavia.
Oh.
Excellent. Love.
She smiles. Thank you.
We roll up that. Alright, you both get 12 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Yay.
Yay.
That almost gets
Yippee.
me to full.
Nice.
Hey!
Up to
That is
39 out of
temporary hit
44.
points, to be clear. But that was temporary hit points, just so you know.
Yeah, well, up to a
Yeah.
functional 39
Yes.
out of 44.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Octavia, is there anything you would like to do?
She, once everything's settled and everyone's comforted and, like, she takes a deep breath and she goes, "You guys need anything?"
Oh, thank you.
Maybe a song on our way.
Of course.
Need something to lift the spirits. Well, something other than, of course, speak with dead.
Okay. So Octavia, you're gonna just be playing something upbeat, cheerful?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say you can definitely think of a couple very upbeat songs. A couple of them that you guys would play in the theater. One part actually being a song that you guys would play before any plays would actually take part. It's a very catchy, very upbeat song. It's definitely to get people in a very good mood right before anything were to happen during the play. It's a very lovely tune. It definitely turns the situation into a very happy, very like keeping people up and at 'em, keeping morale high. But
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, you guys, I'm assuming just heading right into the city.
Yep.
Okay. You head right on in, and everything is what you kind of remember it looking like Auric. The very difference is instead of the very beautiful buildings of people's homes, people's businesses, the churches, the different areas that people would visit are now crumbled pieces of mess, now surrounded by these buildings that are a little shabby. They're definitely makeshift. They're definitely not structurally sound. It is working for those who may or may not live there, but it is completely different from the last time you were here. Especially the last time you've been out this near the border of Elteron with the walls. And it is definitely a sight to see. The drastic change of it all. And even the princess comes up to you as she takes in the sight too. And she just looks like she's going to burst into tears from everything being so different.
It's truly a terrible sight, but we will be able to restore it to what it once was in due time.
I do hope so. I still don't understand. I still don't know why all this happened. The once beautiful buildings I would come out to see are now just wooden structures, barely fit to handle any storms that could come through. I mean, we're so lucky that it's not during that season, but how would they have ever thought that any of these would be sound? How did they keep all these so up? I just don't get it.
If there's one thing I can be confident of, it's that these people did not plan for the long term. They just did what they felt was right, even though they were horrendously misguided.
Misguided is definitely a word. But
Truth be told, I don't know exactly where the culpability for all this lies. Whether each of them were truly willing to do this, or whether they were manipulated by this Catherine, but we will know the truth and held them accountable once our work is complete here. At least the first part of it.
you say Catherine, and the princess's eyes kind of light up a little bit. She goes, Catherine. I feel like I've heard that name before, but there are just so many names that have come through the palace that I don't know the significance of the name. I wish I did. But
She is an Azamar, if this rings any bells, as it were.
Azamar. I'm not familiar. Even so, I guess that could be a reason why she's so upset with us. So upset that she caused all this. Maybe if we just were listening more often to our people, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But that's in the past now. All we can do is just try to do better if we can save my city.
Eloin
For
will...
now, this is all we can
Oh,
aspire
sorry.
to. I was going to say, for now, that is all we can aspire to.
Yeah. It is. It surely is something. I'm just gonna hang back a little bit. I can't stand seeing all of this right now. It hurts too much to look at.
Of course.
And you see her fall back behind, and you see.
that. Eloin is going to hand her one of her own candles, as well as a tiny mote of magical flame. I do not have many of these left. I need to get more, but may it be some form of memoriam. If I only had one for each life that was lost here, we could burn our enemies to the ground, but for now one should have to do.
Thank you.
My deepest condolences.
I thank you a lot. And you're handing that to her?
Yes.
She takes it in her hand and just, as she's heading to like a little bit further behind, she is just staring directly at the flame the entire way. And as you guys continue making your way through, you do notice that the area that you guys are in is very deserted a little bit. You don't see a lot of people coming through. You don't hear a lot of commotion happening. You are able to see in different areas where it looks like people have been like growing crops of different sorts. A lot of wheat. You even see like a couple of baskets and barrels of different kinds of food that people were growing along the side of homes. And it seems like they were doing a pretty good job of sustaining themselves without having to rely on outside means, which is quite impressive, weirdly enough. And it's definitely a sight. And as the sun is slowly kind of dipping behind the buildings, and as everybody starts to kind of just make like a makeshift camp in an area that is slightly protected, and that if anybody was to come by, they probably wouldn't really care that there's somebody there. Once again, you guys condense the fire to one big bonfire for everybody to take a seat and enjoy everybody's company. I'll say the princess doesn't join in on this bonfire. She has her own little area and is just kind of off in the distance. She's there, but mentally not there. But everybody else is actually still pretty good. Morale is not as high as it once was, but it's still pretty high. It's pretty good so far. A couple people are still mingling about each other. They're trying to not do a lot of talking, as you can notice, as they don't want too many people to know that they're there or that you guys are here. So talking is kept to like a whisper at this point. But everybody is still very much enjoying their time. Everybody's enjoying the food. It's pretty nice right now. I will say, you do notice Quincy is kind of just keeping track of everybody at this point. It's like a mode switched in her brain, and it's very easy to read that she went from this slightly goofy Azamar that you guys met to a more serious person now. It's like she's taking watch of everybody around her, and even keeping an eye on the princess as well, and even the surrounding area. Like, you see her head like kind of just moving about like everywhere. It does not sit still. Oh my goodness. But yeah, is there anything anybody would like to do before sleep comes for everybody, and or trance comes for everybody? I was just asking if anybody wanted to do anything before sleep comes to everybody.
So what would my options be? Like, I'm a little.
So currently,
I.
oh, go for it.
No, you're good.
Oh, I was just saying. So far, you guys are kind of off to the side from the path that you guys were on. Uh, you can talk amongst each other. Everything's kind of at a whisper, so that if anybody was to come by, they don't hear a lot of what's being said. Um, you can either talk to anybody, any of the players, NPC, or if there's anything in particular that you want to do away from the group, you definitely can. Just note that Quincy is kind of watching around, keeping an eye out for everybody and anybody who could be coming close by. So you do have someone who's on a watch.
I'm gonna do something so crazy, and feel free to shoot down. But as everyone's kind of settling in and getting down, Octavia is going to sort of just meander away for a moment.
Okay.
And she's going to find like a quiet place and use her sending stone to call her team back in the other city, who is most definitely pissed at her.
Okay. So you go off to the side a little bit. Quincy does have her eye on you a little bit, but I would say you wave her down like it's fine, and she kind of nods at you like okay, but still keeps an eye on where you went just in case. And you find a very slightly secluded area away from everybody. You actually even find like a nice-ish chair if you want to take a seat on it, and you take out your sending stone. In what do you want to say?
She goes, "Hey guys, I'm just calling because I wanted to make sure that everything's all right. I'm doing swell. I'm actually in the middle of like helping my friends save their city. I'm so excited. No, I said I wouldn't leave, but we got a little far, but it's all good."
You said your team back in Athavis?
The last city we were in before we left, like the inn and the hotel and stuff.
Okay.
Like like Lola and Mr. Honey and all them.
Okay. So you send that message, and a little bit later you hear a voice ring through that just goes, "What the fuck do you mean you left? You were supposed to stay where we told you to stay."
Well, you see, this is a very time-sensitive mission, so I couldn't.
A time-sensitive mission with some friends of yours. Great. Oh, that's great. And you haven't gotten hurt, right? Please tell me you did not get hurt.
No, of course not.
Oh, that's swell, because your uncle would definitely kill me if I heard that you got hurt. And I would hate to lie to him.
Listen, first and foremost, I have a lot of healing potions. Secondarily, what's a little battle scholar or two?
Probably your reputation and any chance that you got
Money.
and any chance you would have gotten to do more parts, because you have that charm that everybody loves when you play the main role, and we can't have your beautiful face get hurt. We can't have that.
I think it builds character.
Yeah, especially if you want to play a villain when we don't want you to play a villain. You're so good at playing the she starts stuttering a little bit as she's trying to recall some of your parts.
She's breaking Lola.
It doesn't matter. We just don't want you to get hurt. And I understand you've got some wonderful healing spells, potions, and probably some wonderful people who also can do spells, I hope. But I really hope, because that'd be extremely amazing.
yeah, again, like, I'm A-okay.
Oh, that's good. And tell me, where are you right now? Where are you at?
I don't exactly know.
You don't know, so why did you leave?
Because my friends needed me.
Your friends needed you to go on a little mission, yet they didn't tell you where you're at?
It's all good.
Octavia,
Hmm.
you better not be lying to me.
I don't lie. I don't know.
You don't know. Are you surrounded by a giant wall by chance?
I don't think so.
Really? You can't tell if there's a giant fucking wall around you?
It looks around. Is there?
Well, yeah, there's still the giant wall.
Yeah, like the city wall itself.
Yeah, the city wall.
Oh, okay. She goes, yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like you're in a Thebus since you know what that is. So please tell me, you're not in the city of Elves, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, swell. What might be happening there?
Well, you know, the usual, like, fighting off waves and leading an army.
Excuse me? An army?
The usual. Yeah.
As usual. What do you mean?
Well, we do a lot of fun things.
Fun. Like what?
You know, and she just starts yapping and says some of the most scary things they've done.
Did you mention that they had killed a bunch of people recently?
Yeah.
I desiccated one of their corpses. Instant mummification.
You mean to tell me that the niece of Melis Honey was able to kill people?
Kill's a very strong word. I don't personally kill people.
Oh, but the others did. Since you said you're with others.
Yeah, and I didn't like that they did, but,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And you couldn't have talked it out like you're so good at?
Well, yeah, usually I do, but, like, when you're getting ambushed, you can't exactly say, "Stop, guys."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's just lovely. Well, interesting. You've been gone for a while. Oh, that's just lovely.
Listen, it's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Be back soon enough.
And what happens if you don't? Your uncle will not be happy, and it will not just be directed at me. It will be directed at your friends.
I assure you, one, I'm not gonna die, but two, if I did, they might revive me or something.
Might? You don't have a guarantee that they're going to?
Well, my one friend's really good at necromancy, so it should be fine.
That doesn't bring people back to life. That just messes with the body.
Well, it's not like
She
you
shouldn't have.
It's an open secret at this point. But, like, closed to enemies.
Yeah. What you...
Just like,
You didn't say which friend.
Wait.
Yeah, I know.
And
But
Lola
it's not
thinks
gonna be...
Octavia's bullshitting everything, so...
What you need, Octavia, is a cleric who's good at actually bringing people to life. Properly. You know? Don't you have one of them? Please.
I'm sure we could.
That's good, because I really don't want to be my head on the chopping block of your uncle. Okay?
He adores you. You'll be fine.
Good. Because when you come back, you're going straight back to Atheabus. You got me? After all this shenanigan, all of this, you are going back to Atheabus. You're going to be taking up all these offers that we have been politely telling people, oh, when we see her back, she'll say definitely to. And you're going to do them. Okay?
I don't know.
You don't know. Why don't you know?
I kind of want to make my own choices.
And you hear the sigh coming from Lola, and for a second you don't hear as much of a response back. But you do hear in the fakeness that she was giving. She just goes, I understand that you want to do your own things. I do. But obviously with your uncle, there is just so much that I have to be able to manage, and part of that is you, darling. I have to keep my word on a lot of things. But I understand. I really do. But to keep me with a job, and hopefully with still a body, I have to make sure that everything I do is in his best interest. Even if it does not align with what you want to do.
But, why won't he let me be an adult?
It's your uncle. There's so much that we still don't understand of what he does. So far, it seems like he's on a boat that is rocking between happy that your mother is alive and then being absolutely pissed that you're not here doing what he wants. There's only just so much that I can handle. I try to keep him as happy as possible.
I know. I wish he would just get distracted. Where's that girlfriend of his? Shouldn't she be keeping us busy?
It's hard to say what's going on with him. So, yeah. It's like one side he's happy, the other side he's not. Trying to balance it is like trying to balance a rock on top of a ledge that barely can hold a rock, you know? But I'm gonna do what I can, okay? Maybe I can pull some strings. I can try to pull some strings to get his girlfriend here. Maybe I can schedule a couple things where he can be with her, and maybe schedule something with his sister. I don't know. I gotta figure something out.
I know, firstly, he hasn't even let me meet her, and it's been years. But secondarily, I know that when she's around, he's way more focused on her than me, and I can slip through the cracks, which might ease up your job.
That is fair. I just gotta get a hold of her. I know she's doing her own thing, so if I get a hold of her, I will have her come straight to where we're at right now, and I'll try to keep him busy. I know there's a lot to do here from what I can see. They're putting up some kind of celebration for something. I don't know.
Literally, as far as I'm aware, just give her a guitar and she'll keep him distracted for 3 days minimum.
Well, there's a couple people here that I think they can lend a guitar to. So... Oh, I will be talking to you later, Octavia. Goodbye, bye-bye-bye. And you just hear what sounds like something thudding against the stone.
Oh, that I am sure that's one pissed off man walking.
She probably would recognize the footsteps. She'd be like, "Oh."
Yeah. And with that, you don't hear much of anything after that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was so, like, my god, I love playing my character. I love it.
Yay.
I love doing that. I like
Eloine
being
has
goofy.
finally begun coming out of her shell as well,
Mm-hmm.
showing actual real vulnerability.
Mm-hmm. I love throwing things at people.
She's so fucking scared.
She's fleshing out Lola. I'm so happy.
Yes. I also love what I just gave you, too. Twitch, did you keep that information to yourself there?
Oh, that, like...
The stamp.
Oh, the stamp? I'm so excited about the stamp. Hee hee. Yeah.
Ooh.
I try, fun fact, I always try to give DMs the most material I can do.
Yes. I love
so,
that.
like, especially with Soul being one of my best friends in the universe, like, yeah. They have full free access to Rose the character.
Yeah,
Use her however you see fit.
I absolutely love giving information. I do that for everybody. I will give you the max amount of information and then some. And then some. And then more. And more. And more. And more. And more. Because I love it. More information.
I'll try and get some more stuff to you.
Yeah, you take your time on that.
Flesh things out more.
Speaking of which, Oric also has something he was going to do tonight.
Ooh! Go for it.
Oric will also,
Thank
probably
you, I'm
around
so
the same
excited.
time as Octavia's making her Zoom call, go over behind the building or something, somewhere where you can have a little privacy, and cast Divination.
Ooh, you said who are you talking to?
Ooh.
Just any god that'll answer.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't wanna pray to anyone who will answer.
So,
Did you learn nothing from Brooke?
hey, I tried that during Curse of Strahd with Sky. I got no answers. Hey, who is my father? I don't know, kid. This is Strahd. I don't know who your father is.
It's worse if you do get an answer.
Later on, after we liberated all of Barovia, hey, who's my dad? Oh, hey, what the fuck? The power of the sun. Lathander. Oh shit. But yes, Oric, who are you gonna talk to?
Let me see if it actually lets you specify.
Okay. Yeah. Literally, you got a whole bunch of.
It just says the spell puts you in contact with a god or a god's servants. It says nothing about being specific.
Ooh. Ooh. Hold up. Let me go grab my book. Holy shit. I get to use
Yeah,
this book.
because this is just an open invitation. Anyone who wants to answer can.
Sweet.
Wait,
As
you
is the
could
nature of
not to shoehorn. You could give Oric a chance to talk to the god who's been talking with Octavia.
Also true.
That is true. I could bring her involved. Where is her stuff? Where is her
I feel like more of the party should know about her.
I could do a lot of things. So it's just an open invitation. I
Yep.
like that. Where is some of that information? I love the messages I get sometimes. A friend of mine just said, Forsaken something. I don't know. Something Forsaken. Let's see. What can I pull out of this? I could just go easy on myself if I really want to. I think I'm going to.
Yeah, also it is really fun to play Octavia. It's like, cause like she's so stupid, right? But like, she is smart enough to understand distract authority figure, get away with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like something a 5-year-old knows.
Let's see. Let me find my. Let's find that one. Let's see if there's anybody else. Any other gods? I got a lot I could work with. I got a lot of fucking gods. I got so many.
But if it changes who you're picking, Oric's question will be,
Okay.
to liberate Elteron, what price must be paid?
Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, that really gives me something. A price that must be paid. A price that must be paid to liberate the city. Okay. As you call out to anybody in particular who can try to help, you feel a sensation that is something you've never felt. It starts very cold, very just a very cold sensation, but then you feel it feels like almost like a blanket, almost like a blanketing feeling of someone around you. And hold on, let me look at, do you have to do anything? Can you? Okay. As you do that, you, like I said, you feel this presence of someone around you. And what feels like off to your left, you hear a voice. You are asking about Elteron, are you not? And a price. What specifically are you really looking for? Are you needing help? Are you looking for a way to connect?
I only want to know, in order to accomplish what I must, what will I lose in the process? I want to be ready when the time comes.
A very open question. For a god that follows the souls around to find their homes with where they need to be. I see all the souls around. They're trapped here. They are sad. I wish to bring them to their life. I wish for them to see my wife. But they are stuck. But they are stuck for a reason. There's a lot I'm willing to give you. I can help you with defeating the evil inside the palace. I can help you gain strength in liberating this place. I can help you do a lot of things that not a lot of people are willing to ask for. I can bring others here if you would like. The question is a lot. It's not straightforward. But I can do what I can. I can do something for you. A price is not much. I am no archdevil. I am nobody who wants your soul. Well, I mean, I do, but not for evil intentions. You'll find me eventually. Everybody does. For I'm the traveler of souls. Not death itself. I'm not that, even though that is my title. I just take the souls to my wife, and that's all. But in my own ways, There's only so much I have seen.
For the reconstruction of my country, and for the utmost safety of my princess, I will pay any price.
The voice stops for just a second. And you also feel another person, or some person, around him as well. This masculine voice that you are hearing. You hear little whispers behind each other as they talk amongst each self. And the once coated feeling you were sensing of something cold as a blanket is now replaced by warmth and kindness. And you feel hands surrounding all around you, but not touching. It's just surrounding. And instead of being on the left, it's on the right. You hear, if you would like to, you can always end up being a servant for both of us. After, or if you ever die, and as long as you are dead, not brought back, I know how clerics work. I am no stranger to them. You can always help us out in our endeavors. In exchange, we can help you. Like I said, my husband has been seeing a lot of souls around here, and I would love to be able to grab each and every one of them and bring them to my kingdom so I can judge them for their sins or their goodness. If you would like to, be a servant for my husband. Carry out his wants if he needs them. Bring justice to those who deserve it. If you were to ever kill anybody, just pray for my husband to come by, and you'll feel the rush of the coldness as he swoops by and takes the souls. If you wish to do that for us, all we would ask is, at your death, you be a servant for us. Your soul would still have a happy afterlife as long as you complete what we need. And you can have your city be restored with ease. It's a lot to ask, and I understand. You can always think about it, Orc of Eltaron. But we offer something simple.
If I require your help to do what I must do, then I will gladly accept your terms.
Lovely.
No. Ugh.
Like I said, you would only be in contract with Zolo. But he is, like I said, not devil. Any soul that is actually taken is to me. But we will also give you what you need to succeed. I understand elves live a very long life, and typically they get sent somewhere else. But I feel like you are very strong. You're doing all of this for a hope that you'll bring this lovely city back I appreciate it. And thank you. And you feel her presence lift as once again the blanket and coldness of who you know as Zolo covers you once more. You feel on your left side. So you wish to be on us. Are you wanting skills like Quincy? Or more of just more than that? What are you wanting, son?
What I want is the power to free my home without anyone else I care for being hurt.
Let me just look something up real quick. Why can I not spell? Are you wanting to swear an oath to be? Is that what you are wishing?
If this is what you ask, then I shall.
Good. And we will give you everything that you are needing to defeat the evil that is around, not just here, but elsewhere. I will give you everything you are needing to succeed. Do not take it lightly. Put it towards your deeds, and we will walk side by side. Not just as one god and one mortal, but two gods and one mortal.
I will see our collective strength put towards this most important of tasks with all the focus I can muster.
Good. I will try to speak to you at some point, once again. Be strong, son. You feel what feels like the blanket being lifted off of you, but the coldness still surrounding you. Looking more at what it says for that divination thing, that's so cool.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So yeah. I'll say, since you, I would say, you know of the name Zolo. You know of his wife, as they have known each other, and it's kind of like well known who each other are. Oh my god, was he promised afterlife? More like, hey, you do this for us. You'll also be a servant for us, but only for like a short period of time. And then you'll get a very good afterlife. Like I said, it's not archdevils. They're gonna want your soul, but not like devils. Not like, haha, I got the collection of souls.
Pretty good deal, as they tell it.
Yeah. So yeah, after that happens, is there anything else you would like to do?
think that's enough for the evening.
Then as everybody comes together, as long as there's anything else, Elwyn, that you would want to do.
We got like a campfire or something?
Oh yeah, you guys got like a big bonfire. A lot of people at this point are kind of leaving, so there's not a whole lot of people. But it's still lit.
Let's debrief.
Okay. I assume everybody. You're calling mostly for like Auric and Octavia, and
Yes.
probably.
Specifically talking to in character. Let's debrief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, everybody comes together for the debriefing with you guys.
Right. I found a letter. A sealed letter that lay on the corpse of Tekura, the changeling who lay in... Oh, wait. You may want to take a look at it. And I both hand over the envelope and explain more about it.
Okay. So it basically just relaying on the note itself. It was relaying like orders on what to do at the gate area, and like I said, on the wax seal, along with like close to like the K. But there's like, I would say there's probably like 2 wax seals, but there is one directly on the paper itself that has the sword and the plant that is only really seen in those style at Shindari, but they are put together in a way to make like a new stamp for this group of people that have inhabited Elteron. And I would say for you, Auric, you are very familiar with the stamps itself. I would say you've seen a couple that the king had used. He had his own special one. And you would also know that the sword means battle. The plant means like recovery. Put together, it basically is like a battle protect wax seal that is being used. For Octavia, the only wax seals that you would know of are the ones that your uncle would have used, which were more unique to him. And I would even say you had your own as well that you would sometimes use, but not often. But yours were not as detailed per se of like that notion, but being told probably by Elwyn, you would know now what it means.
This is a lot to take in.
Yes. It really is. I fear the worst, but I can't let that dominate my mind. Right now, we need our rest.
Indeed.
Is there anything you wish to share?
Well, I spoke with the gods, and I asked after the success of our mission. I was quite satisfied with the answer.
I see. Congratulations.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Nothing personal there.
Nope.
Okay. Then you guys all go into a sleep, and everything is relatively very nice. Trances are like usual, pretty normal. Sleep for everybody else is rather nice. Oric, when you eventually wake up, and I think, I think, where are you? Where are you? And I don't want copyright. And for Octavia, you both would wake up at the like normalcy that you guys are used to. For you, Oric, you see that the princess is also up, still sitting in her bedroll that she was given, kind of just looking down at her lap with the bow that she had carried with her from everything that has happened. It's hard to read from her hair kind of being in her face and all that of what she feels, but you can at least feel from the like probably general vibe that she is still kind of reeling in everything that she can visibly see and having to be dealing with. For you, Octavia, you just see everybody is still asleep for the most part. Some people might be waking up. You would see Oric awake. You'd see the princess awake. You would take in the sight around you, and it seems all very calm. There's not a lot of noise out besides owls that are close by.
I assume some of us are currently out on patrol.
So far you would actually see Quincy on top of one of the roofs looking out. You see her kind of just taking in the surroundings, and she seems to be okay from where she is. She hasn't seen anything so far, but yeah, she's just doing her thing.
We should treasure this peace while we have it. I imagine as we push farther in, they will be more frantic to remove us.
Are you saying that to Octavia or?
Oh, is Octavia up? I was just saying it in general and probably to the princess. If you said she was up.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to say that to the princess, you definitely can.
Yeah.
She nods to the notion, and her head kind of goes up, and you see, like what looks like new, streak marks from some makeup that she still had on from all the years of probably not having cleaned it off. And she just kind of looks up at the stars above, and still addressing to you, she kind of just goes, I just want all this to be done. I want my family to be brought back, as much as I know not all of it is going to. I just want my city to be back to normal. I want to be able to bring everything to what it used to be. I hate all this. I hate all this so much.
Spilling so much blood on our soil, I find no joy in it. I do only what is necessary, that our home can be ours again.
I know. I hate all of this. I wish we could have just done more when everything was still right. I wish we would have just. It's all just I wish, but there's not enough wishes to just get what I want. Even the wish spell wouldn't have been able to fix all of this unless we just went back in time. And I just hate all of this. It is all just something at this point.
I've replayed everything I can remember in my head 100 times over when I had a moment to myself, wondering if there was anything I could have done differently, but I don't know. I wasn't privy to anything or to everything the king and queen did, every meeting they had, but I knew they were kind at heart, and that if these troubles that led everyone to rebel had been brought before them peacefully instead of this, perhaps something could have been done.
Even if we tried as much as we could. I remember the nights where my father would talk about all the issues that have been plaguing the city, talking about how he wishes he could fix it, but he goes and talks to those fucking people, and all they say is, we have bigger priorities. And it's like, what bigger priorities do we have? We have people that tell us that they suffer here, and I hear about it. I may not walk the buildings or walk around without supervision, but I hear it. I hear it from the others. Especially... It's not even worth hiding now. My father's more than likely dead. I used to roam the nights, listening to the people speak. I would go into the taverns, the bars, and talk to people like normal. They all complained. They all wished they had more customers here. All because of shit that my father had no control over. We can't control the fact that the buildings weren't built correctly. We tried. We tried our hardest for the people. We tried our best.
If anything at all can be gained from all the senseless loss, we can at least be certain when we rebuild our council that it is staffed exclusively by those who have the best interests of the city and its people at heart, and not merely their own greed.
I know we tried. We tried it all the time. Whenever we noticed that there was some form of corruption happening, we got rid of them, but it seems like it always came back. I don't know how every other place does it. I've only been to Theabus a handful of times. They seem like they have it under control. I've been to all sorts of places and greeted all sorts of people, seeing how they run their areas, and they seem like they have a better grasp on their own people. Whether questionable in some areas, I can't say for certain. But why did we have to struggle? Why did we have to suffer? These questions I wish I had answers for. It's questions I've tried asking the gods for.
I certainly don't have the answers. It was always my station not to govern, but to protect those who do, that they can make the choices they must safely, even if they aren't popular. But all the same, there's only one way we'll even have the chance to fix those mistakes when we try again.
You're right. I know my mother's probably not fit to take over, even if it is for a short period of time. I'd probably be next to take over, and I'm going to make sure this place is run a lot better. Even if that means I have to ask some of the other places how they do it. I'm going to do my best, whether I'm still just seen as a princess or a queen. I'm going to do right for everybody. Not just for the selfish and the greedy.
I am, of course, immensely biased, but if there is anyone with the kindness and the hope to make this kingdom what it claimed to be, I truly believe it is you.
Thank you. I deeply appreciate it. I've always been in my father's shoes so much. Always was his little... And she trails off as she thinks about her father. And you just see tears just forming in her eyes as she starts to just drift off into the memories of her family again. And
He offers her his sleeve.
thank you. Thank you a lot. And she just cries her heart out, trying to be quiet and not trying to wake anybody up. But
Yours is and will be a heavy burden, princess, but I will carry what of it I can. Yes, I swear.
thank you. Once this is over, once we defeat any other evils that have been trying to hurt us, I know there's a couple things I'm gonna have to do. I might have to figure out a better plan for some of them, but I'm gonna figure it out.
I have full faith.
Thank you. And I'll say, as the sun rises more and everybody starts to wake up a little bit, you see everybody gathering all their stuff up and getting everything kind of sorted back into any wagons that they are still using, which is still using the ones that they were given. Everybody's getting themselves situated, and it's just as they're about to head onto the road, you hear Quincy... Actually, let me check something. Does Quincy have this? This would be fun. She... Oh, does she? Does she? Shit. No, she doesn't have it. Why did I not do that for her? Oh, that sucks. Well, damn. I thought she would have had sending or message or... Oh, she does have sending. Never mind. I'm stupid. I didn't see it. She relays this information to each one of you, including the princess as well. She states, "Hold on. I see some people. Looks like a small group of people. I can see what looks like 3 people coming up. Just wait. I can try and go talk to them, if you would like."
By all means, do try, but be careful. Don't hesitate to pull out if you feel you're in danger.
I know what I'm doing. And you see her jump from the roof, and you can overhear what sounds like a conversation between Quincy and some people. And I would say, if you guys want to try and be sneaky about overhearing what's being said, you can definitely try if you would like to.
Perception check, you said?
You can do a perception, or if you also want to do like a stealth as well, that can work as well.
You're cutting out a bit. I missed what else
Oh.
you asked for.
You can either do a perception, or if you also want to do stealth as well, that can also work. And that goes for anybody
I'm better
who's...
at stealth, so I'll do that.
Yeah, and that goes for anybody who wants to overhear.
That's a 15 for stealth.
Okay. Does anybody else want to join in? Elowen, Octavia?
Hold on, let me just... cheat.
That is a 12.
Okay, you said
That is use of inspiration if I have one.
I think you do.
That's a 6. I rolled a 6. Cock.
Are you doing perception or stealth?
Perception.
Perception.
Good.
Perception. Okay. For Octavia, you said you had gotten a 12. Are you wanting to do stealth or perception?
Stealth.
Stealth? Okay. Yeah. Let me change the setting of mine. Where is it? Standard. So, okay. I know there was a 12 for stealth, and then a 6 for perception. What was yours again, Orc? 15 stealth. Okay. For you, Elwyn, you try to overhear, but the voices are kind of muddling together as you hear like a lot of speaking amongst each other. So it's a little bit hard to overhear what's being said. For Auric, as you go to kind of like look around the corner without trying to be seen, you can see Quincy talking to 3 people, all kind of wearing some decent armor-ish. It looks good, kinda. It's not. It's hard to say. What I'm trying to say is, it's armor, but not very good armor. It's like someone took like part of like what would have been like probably a chain shirt and took some of it off, so it's only covering part of them. Another person, they have what looks like damaged armor too. It's holding up by probably a string or two. It's trying. The other person's armor is holding up. That's about it. But you see them all talking to Quincy, and you can see that it's a lot of just asking like general questions like, who are you, what are you doing here, what's going on, who else is here, so on and so forth. Same thing for you, Octavia. You overhear the same thing. You almost kind of fall a little bit, almost like as you were trying to get around, and damn near like caused some bottles to fall over, but luckily enough you barely just missed them on hitting them. But you also see similar thing. But you do notice, for both you and Auric, that the 3 people all just have what looks like short swords, all not properly in like some kind of protective seal thing. It's more like they have like some kind of makeshift loop, and the sword is just hanging out there, where they could probably hurt somebody if they turn around or backed into somebody. It is. They're not really well equipped.
Perish.
Yeah. Just give me 1 sec. But yeah, so far from being able to really see and hear much clearly what's going on, for the most part, Quincy is just kind of acting very nonchalant, like, it's just whatever. I'm just here, it's fine. And she's doing a pretty decent job at, like, bullshitting her way through all this. They even ask, like, well, because they can kind of see a little bit of what looks like a horse, and they ask her about that, and she's just like, it's just my horse, I had to come through here for a second, She's really kind of bullshitting everything being said with really good graces on that. She's doing it good. And eventually, after a bit of talking, the group kind of looks amongst each other and kind of just goes, okay, collectively. And all three of you can hear it. And they kind of just turn around and very carefully walk away from Quincy. Kind of looking over their shoulders a couple times, like having a look of what the fuck. Until they eventually kind of are far enough away that they're kind of gone at that point before Quincy just turns around and notices you guys there, and goes, "Were you guys eavesdropping?"
I do make it my business to know of anything essential that happens within these walls.
That's fair.
Eavesdropping is such a big word.
Then why are you on the ground? Looking over.
Ground is cozy.
The ground is cozy.
Making friends with the ants.
Octavia.
Hmm?
You're very easy to tell when you are not telling me the truth. I already got my answer from Oric.
So you see, liar.
Pardon?
Oh, she said, "You see, I'm a great liar." And also, I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I said making friends with the ants.
Yeah, I heard it. She would have actually smirked at that comment. It's just like, my goodness.
For what it's worth, I find that plausible.
What are you now, a druid? You can talk to the ants. What are they saying? That this whole place is stupid and gullible?
They're saying they need more sugar cubes.
Right. Well, we ain't gonna find sugar cube out here, so we're kind of out of luck on that one. But we should be okay if we need to move out. They seem to have taken my bullshit of, "Oh, I'm fine, everything's okay. I'm gonna be leaving, actually." Granted, it did sound like there were probably gonna be more people around here, so we probably should find not this open path to go through. So we're gonna have to find an alternate route. We can always try hugging the wall and seeing how far that gets us. Or if there's any other ways around here. As I'm not very familiar with this place.
Would Oric be able to remember a good route for them, for the city?
You would start... Give me either intelligence or history. I'm trying to remember which one it would be for...
Lat roll either way. Let's see it. How about an 11?
You start to try to remember other places that would have taken you around the main, like, walking spot that everybody would have taken if they were to enter through Eltron. You can think of a couple of areas that can get you close to the building, but it's a little bit close to the main walking area / road area that you're close to. Your best guess from where you're currently at is to definitely try to hug the wall as best as possible until you guys can find a walking, like a lot more of an open area that is almost more direct to the palace, that is not a common walking space. Basically.
Hugging the wall is likely our best bet.
Well, okay. It's not the worst idea, and so far, seems to be plenty of houses around here, so we could probably get by without too many people seeing us. Doesn't sound like they do like a border, like, patrol-ish, unless it's on maybe the actual wall itself. And she says that last part, and you do vividly remember there is a way to get on top of the wall, and there is a way to actually walk the wall. It is a area that is mostly deep underground that you have to take inside the palace, but you do know there is a way to get onto the wall itself. but it's only accessible through the palace itself. So unless the people actually know of where that's located, it's a like probably 25% chance that this group might not know of it since it's hidden. Oh my goodness, why am I... But
If we're up on the wall, would we be reasonably visible from the ground?
yeah, because it would be a little bit strange for a whole bunch of people walking on the wall, like the like top of the wall itself.
Yeah.
But like I said, the most you would know from what Quincy had said, since she did say like unless someone's walking at the top of the wall, like I said, there's only like a 25% chance that these people actually know where that actual location to get to the top of the wall is. And it's very low. So you probably are safe around the edge from your own guesstimate.
It will be frustrating to pass through, but we'll only call undue attention to ourselves if we climb the wall.
Mm-hmm.
We're better off going around the edge.
Okay. Well, hugging the wall, I guess, is what we're gonna do. It's not the worst thing to happen. I'll also keep an eye out if I see a path that is easy, okay?
By all means.
Okay, then let's go close to the wall and start walking it. And I assume you are leading them towards the wall itself, and you guys start just walking side by side the wall. And in doing so, it doesn't... Trying to think of what it is to remember how everything works is a lot different, sadly. But you do feel safe in doing so, since you know there's probably not going to be somebody walking the perimeter, or the circumference, I think is what it's... Either word works. So walking around it or next to it is fairly nice. It does take a little bit more time, since you guys now also had to find a path that will take you to the palace without it being a made walking spot. But it's not that horrible. You guys have a lot of good cover from anybody who's patrolling. You do spot a couple of them on your way through, and they don't seem to notice, as they are so busy with their main path that they are currently taking, and or talking amongst each other, really not actually looking. But there is at least one area that if you guys could do for me, just give me a stealth check.
Okay.
And I will also roll as well. I roll two things. Let's see.
22.
22,
15.
15. What was that
What'd
one?
you say?
14.
Okay.
1 4.
Alright, that's pretty good.
Okay. Oh yeah, you guys pass by these groups of people who are truthfully just not paying attention, even though if they would have just looked in your guys' direction, they would have seen you, but they don't. And I would say when you walk past them, you notice it's a variety of different groups of people. You see a couple humans, a couple different Ganassis, a couple half-orcs, tieflings, a whole boatload of different groups of people all surrounding this one area. And I would say when you take in the notion of where you're currently at, which originally the path you guys were on would have taken you directly to the front of the palace, you are now kinda almost at a like 90-degree angle with the building. You're just about there. Like if keep on going, you'll be basically there. But was I saying? Shit. I was saying the area, right? That's what I was saying. The area that you recognize around here is that there's a lot of buildings here that are still the original buildings. Like, they have not torn down some of these areas. But you do notice that there's a lot of graffiti on it. Like, you see different symbols, different words. For some people, it's in languages you don't know, and some you do know. Some of it say, down the king, our land now. You see a couple phrases that would have been in an ancient language that, weirdly enough, it's kind of hard to tell a little bit what it says. But you can at least infer that it's probably not a good thing being said. And you kind of just take in everything just around you, because now you're coming more towards areas that are not actually destroyed. It's still the original buildings. And it's so surreal just how much you went from makeshift houses and structures and whatnot to what it was originally like. And it's weird. It's extremely strange. But you guys keep on going. You get to a certain point where Quincy points out that, hey, there's a path through here. It doesn't seem like it's a path that is normally taken. We could probably go through here. And would you guys like to take the path?
Sure.
Okay, you guys take the path, and Orc, you do realize this is a path that is not a common walking path, but it was made to be one. But like I said, it does not look like it has been used at all since shit has happened. Like, you don't see a lot of graffiti, you don't see a lot of trash around there, and it's kind of like stuck in time almost. It's like they didn't even go near this area, and it's stuck where it once was before everything. It feels a little bit like home almost, but not quite, because of everything else surrounding past that. But like I said, you guys keep on going down this path. It is now directly taking you to the palace itself, and as you get closer and closer and closer, you start hearing chanting and people talking, and it is gaining louder and louder and louder, and it's to the point where, for everybody who has not seen the building for Elteron, it is this grand white pristine building that is still being well maintained. There is not a single ounce of destruction to the building. Nothing has fallen apart. Everything is still the same as it was, besides some trash and graffiti and some areas where no one would have seen it if it was destroyed, so it is kind of destroyed. But the main building itself is still standing strong. And even the princess takes it in and just goes, wow. What? She's kind of lost for words. But still, you still carry on, knowing that you are getting closer and closer to the source of who has caused all this. And you come to an area where it opens up to the actual main walking road-like area. And you see there's a boatload of people surrounding this open area where there once was a functional fountain area. And Oric, you would remember this fountain area, because this is where a lot of people would walk towards. You would remember a lot of people would toss copper into it for wish, like, or like anything they would want. You would remember that it was a prized thing that the king would have told you previous kings had, a previous king had set up for the people to enjoy. And it's now half destroyed. There looks to not be any water moving up and out. Like you know how some fountains are where they can kind of shoot water up? It does not seem to be doing that anymore. And it now looks like it has a lot of sticks and other means in there as a fire is roaring inside of the fountain. And
Uncivilized.
And looking around at the people, they so far have not seen you at all. But you look around at the people who are chatting amongst themselves, talking about grand things, talking about all sorts of different variety of stuff. You look around, you look up at the palace area, and you see a couple people standing at almost the center, but it's more surrounding another individual in the center. You see this person who is slightly floating above the ground with another person like right next to them. And everybody turns to them. And you just hear a bunch of people chant, Queen Catherine. And that is where I'm going to end it.
Wow.
You.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I love ending it on shit similar like that. But yeah, I'm going to go say goodbye to stream real quick because that was something. I hope you guys loved it. That one was fun. Holy shit, am I being possessed by
That was
Matt
a
Mercer?
Heavy session.
Yeah. I feel the call. But I will be right back.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, my lovely people, that will be the end of today's session. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope everybody is enjoying the VOD. I hope everybody had a grand time, because I sure as hell did. And I will be seeing everybody on November, I believe. November, let me see if I can, that would be, not November, October the 14th. I will be seeing everybody there. Good night, goodbye, good morning, whatever time it may be. I will see you guys later. See ya.